So next question, are you currently working on any project? I'm actually working on too many projects, some would say. I'm writing the fourth book of the Tales of the Lore Keepers series. The series is going to have 6 books when it's done, so this is the first one of the second half. The last book, The Last Prince of Troy, ended with a lot of answers, but also a lot of questions. So this fourth book now is kind of setting the table for the ending and the resolution of this series. Other than that, I'm working also on a graphic novel with a good friend of mine, Delmar Samatar, is an illustrator. Is very good, and his art style is just great for a graphic novel. So we've been talking about it for a few years, but now we really started the project. I don't know when it's going to be ready. I'm shooting and hoping for summer, but it could probably be more like late fall that it's ready. This graphic novel, it's not going to be an adaptation of one of the book or of the series itself. It's inspired from Tales of the Lore Keepers, but it's a different story. It's a different character. It's a different legend. So we're just starting like a new story line with this graphic novel. Other than that, I'm also working on video, like short video. So this is a good practice for me. A short video about self-publishing in French. Like I said before, this is something that's really non-existent in French market. There's not a lot of self-published author yet. Very different than from English market. So I want to try and help my fellow authors to publish their own book and show them that this is a viable method of publishing, that it's something that they can do and you can make a living at it. So I'm working on that as well. I was approached a year ago about a studio to write a movie, not about Tales of the Lore Keepers, just something else, and they wanted to have a new ideas, some new blood, I guess, in the industry. But the project's been put on ice for a little bit, so I'm still, I have this in the back of my head. I'm still thinking about it, and sometimes just writing ideas down, and crossing my fingers that hopefully the project will get back on track. So that's pretty much everything I'm doing right now. So we're already at the last question. I hope you're finding this interesting. I know I'm having fun so far. What is the most meaningful thing a fan has ever said to you? Well, I have to be honest, I did read the question in advance, so I have an answer here for you. Um, First of all, there was this young boy called Felix, and this young boy was the first one who sent me an email shortly after I published Rise of the Red Dragon. And what was amazing about this was that Felix lived halfway across the world on the Canary Island. And he had read my book, he had enjoyed it, and he wanted to do a school project with the book. So he sent me this email, this really well-written email with musical notes at the end of every sentences, which was really cute, letting me know that he had enjoyed the book and asking me if I wanted to answer some question for his school project, which of course I accepted. But it kind of hit me right there, the power of new media and the internet and self-publishing on, how it's incredible that the young boy halfway across the world was able to read my book a few days after I published it. Not even a month after I finished putting it all together, and that he enjoyed it enough to let me know about it, and that kind of blew my mind in a way. That was an incredible feeling. And then shortly after that, a few days after that, I received what I think was the second review that I got for my book. First review was a 1-star. Someone had downloaded the French version, but they didn't understand any French, so they gave me a 1-star review. Go figure. But the first real review that I got, like I said, I had read the question before, so let me read it to you, what the review was. Just finished reading this one. Suspenseful and riveting. Truly a blessing for anyone aware of the British legends. It is a story for all ages. This would appeal to young adults as well as the older generation. Makes you think and try to remember the history legends. It will cause the younger ones who read this to wish they had done more studying up on the legend of old. Can't wait to see what's next. And especially the last part of this, I remember when I first read this, it kind of brought tears to my eyes because this guy understood right away what I wanted to do. And I remember reading the review and looking up at my wife and going, this is awesome because this guy gets it. This guy understands what I'm trying to accomplish with my books. I'm a huge fan of history and any kind of mythology from anywhere in the world. And, you know, Hollywood and mainstream media tend to always reuse the same myths and the same stories and the same legends. But there are so much more. There are so many stories out there that deserve to be known, that deserve to be used for something and to be discovered by an audience. And this is why I started writing Rise of the Red Dragon. I invented this concept of the lore keeper who needs to protect the legend from the bad guys. If the legend is changed, then it will have an impact on the real world and it would change our history. So Samuel needs to protect the integrity of the legend and make sure it remains as it is. But really this was a pretext to tell the story to an audience. I wanted to to make the reader discover a legend that they would enjoy and that they had never heard of. So I always try to find these myths and legends that are not known, but that are really incredible and interesting. And then I use them for the book. So that was the most meaningful thing that I had, to see that someone understood what I was trying to do. That was an incredible feeling. So there you have it. I hope you had as much fun watching this interview as I had answering all the questions. I want to thank once again Larissa for allowing me the opportunity to communicate my passion to the readers of the Howling Turtle book blog. Remember that if you are in young adult fantasy or in mythology and legend, I invite you to look up Tales of the Lore Keepers at your favorite online retailer. All 3 books are available right now, and I wish you a wonderful day.